We have with us Mr. Datukal Bek Nielsen, Chairman, Malaysian Palm Oil Council, to discuss about palm oil industry and its importance for Indian market. Thank you for joining with PTI.
My pleasure.
So tell me, sir, how important India market is for Malaysia, considering that you are a major supplier of palm oil to India?
India is a very important market globally in terms of palm oil trade. In fact, India is the largest importer of palm oil today and has been the largest importer of palm oil for a very long time, wherefore India is an incredibly important market for Malaysian palm, but also for Indonesian palm.
So you must be aware, recently India has increased the import tax and to protect its own domestic oilseed farmers.
Yes.
How do you see this? Will this affect the export to India, and are there any projections for how this might influence market share?
This is the prerogative of the Indian government. India is a sovereign state, and the Indian legislators are of course entitled to fix duties as they deem best and fit for the country. I'm not too worried about that, because if some palm oil imports are reduced, then there will be other countries who would want to buy the palm oil from Malaysia.
So in the long term, how do you see this implication arising from this India's policy change for both Malaysian palm oil exporters and Indian consumers?
I think Malaysia and India have been trading partners for a very long time, and they will continue to be close trading partners with numerous types of goods, one of them being palm oil. So I think we should look at it in a positive light, that there will be positive sentiments also going forward between the two countries.
So in light of increased tariffs on imports into India, is your council considering diversifying markets or focusing more on other regions to mitigate potential losses?
No, because I think you have to understand, this has been done in the past. It has been done before, and duties have been raised and duties have been reduced, and we will see that this pattern will repeat itself also into the future. So we should not be so based on short-term knee-jerk reactions. We must look at the long-term partnership, which has been solid, which has been strong, and which has been durable.
Yeah, with increase in import tariff, obviously the local prices in India are set to rise. In this backdrop, how the council plan to address potential shifts in Indian consumer behavior if prices of palm oil rise significantly due to the increased custom duties?
This is something which we'll leave to the Indian government to answer. This is not really something we want to get involved with.
Okay, so will your
we are just suppliers of palm oil.
Okay, so will the council adjust its marketing and sustainability narratives in response to these changes? How important is the sustainability argument in encouraging Indian consumers to choose Malaysian palm oil despite price increases?
Well, I think people value the aspect of sustainability so much more today, and in terms of providing leadership in sustainable palm oil production, Malaysia is at the very forefront, and the Indian consumers, who are also raising their awareness and giving much more importance to sustainability, notably the young people, they would want to ensure that the supplies of palm, or be this soy or whatever other products, are produced in a sustainable way and is produced in a purposeful way. So here I'm actually positive and optimistic.
So in that sense, like, you must also be aware that recently Indian government has announced a big mission to promote domestic oilseeds cultivation.
Yes.
In order to reduce its dependence on imports. How do you see this policy change and its potential impact on India's demand for imported palm oil? And do you anticipate a decrease in demand as domestic production increases?
I don't see it as a problem. The Indian population is rising. The affluence level in India is rising. That means that the demand and the requirements for vegetable oils will also increase. So therefore, I see more as a problem the supply side. So I don't see it as a problem.
So will the council be a facilitator for helping India in in domestic oilseed cultivation, in supplying of high yield seeds, or facilitating both the research and the trade, and in both sense?
I believe that this question was answered very well by the minister during the early interview, and I will echo his response.
So will there be increase in prices in future, considering the sustainability promotion is so much that whether consumers have to pay a premium for sustainability?
Now, if I could tell you where the prices would go in the future, I don't think I'll be sitting here now. It's going to be, forecasting is difficult, especially when concerning the future, as Chairman Mao he once said. But insofar as supply is concerned, there could be, how should I say, net year-on-year growth in supplies into the future will very likely not be as high as what it has been in the past. So therefore you could see that there could be a tightening in terms of the supply coverage into many markets globally in the future.
So many think that palm oil is cheap and not very healthy compared to other vegetable oils. What is your take on that?
This is such a load of nonsense. Palm oil is a very versatile and healthy oil, just as so many other oils. The key thing which consumers must remember is not to overconsume respective foods, be this rice, be this salt, be this sugar, and be this vegetable oils. I mean, everything in moderation. Palm oil is a perfectly healthy and versatile vegetable oil source which has fed billions of people for the last 100 years. So I think we've got to be careful not to sort of point a finger at palm oil, giving it all kinds of misleading allegations which simply do not hold any substance today.
So is MPOC looking to collaborate with Indian companies or organizations to improve the perception and acceptance of palm oil as a healthy oil among Indian consumers?
Oh, of course. I think we work with many people, and we are keen to explore good collaborative cooperations whereby it ultimately benefits the consumer.
So any relationship that you have with any organization, any talks going on currently in this perspective?
Talks with who?
With any Indian companies or organizations?
Oh, there are a lot of Indian companies who buy palm from Malaysia. Mm-hmm. So we are in dialogue with them.
So what is your vision for the growth of Malaysian palm oil in India over the next few years? What challenges do you foresee in achieving this growth?
Well, India is a very price elastic market, and if the price goes up, the requirement or the demand comes down, and if the price goes down, the requirement goes up. So it's a very price elastic market, and we have to appreciate this. So in terms of being able to provide supplies, well, the supplies are there. It's all a matter of whether you want it or not. And as I said earlier on, India is the world's largest importer of palm oil today, and I foresee that it is going to continue to be at least amongst the world's top 2 importers of palm oil going forward in the years to come.
And what's the level of production you're projecting for Malaysian palm oil this year, and the India's imports?
I see Malaysian palm oil production reaching 19 to 19.2 million tons as a minimum for 2024, which is up sizably compared to last year. And in terms of Indian imports, the best people to ask are the experts like Oil World, who would provide you with a much more clear indication and a more precise indication than I will.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for joining with PTN.
My pleasure. All the very best.